Hello, everybody. Kimberly Watson Johnson with People's Trust Realty coming to you today with Make It Happen Monday. What are you planning on making happen today? So, today we're going to be talking about a question I get asked a lot. People want to know whether they should own or rent. What's the best thing to do in this market? What I'm going to tell you is that in the end, it's what's best for you. But let's talk about it, okay? So, owning a home has become the American dream. Most people always view it as you've made it. It gives you your successful prosperity, um, upward mobility, social mobility by owning a home. You're finally mature. You're grown now. You're an adult. Yay, yay! Some of us would like to stop adulting. Me, I'm one of them. But anyway, let's get back to the subject at hand. So, which is best? Which is best? Owning, renting. It's going to depend on your circumstances. Both of them have advantages and disadvantages, which I want to cover today. Okay, so the things you need to consider is how long are you planning on staying in this house? Is this your forever home? Is this something you plan on staying in just for a couple years? Um, just how long you plan on doing this? Are you planning for your future? Is this something for your retirement? Are you older and want to kind of see if you can make some quick cash to put away so when you get too old to work, you got a little money saved for you? Um, are you financially ready to make this decision? I mean, are you financially ready? Okay, and I repeat that. Are you financially ready? You want to make sure that you are ready to take on the owning of a home. That is a big responsibility. That means it, number one, it's yours. Um, you need to be able to make that payment every month. Just it's so much goes into being financially ready, and you also have to be mature. You don't want to get a house you're cash poor because you're trying to impress different people. So is it something you can afford? Are you mature and responsible? Now that's a big one. You might make the money, but are you responsible? Do you put your bills before you go out and party or shop or whatever? These are things that you really need to think about because owning a home is a long term commitment. It is not, even if you want to buy it now as an investment and sell it later, it is still a commitment because that is a lot of money you will be putting out for this home. Okay. So let's talk about some of your advantages of owning a home. So when you own a home, you have control over your housing expense. That means you control what your monthly payment is. And every year, when you go to start over again or renew a lease, I guess that's the best way to say it. When you own a home, you don't have to worry about every year when it's time to renew your lease that they're going to jack the prices up because right now rents have gotten astronomical. So by owning a home, you know what monthly payment you're going to be you're going to be paying. You know what you're going to be spending, and you can base your bills based on what that monthly payment is. Okay, um, making improvements. You make improvements in a house, that's going to increase your value. You go in and you start putting, let's say you want to put hardwood floors in or laminate, high end laminate, whatever. Um, do update bathrooms, that is going to increase the value of that property. That's going to increase it. So that means your home's value is going up, which means that's more money you actually have access to. Okay. Owning a home, you also get tax advantages. When you own a home, you are able to write off the money, the interest you pay every year. You are able to write that off on your taxes. So that is a good tax break, to help you, get those tax that you have to pay Uncle Sam down. So, um, ownership, by owning, you have creative freedom. That's scary, creative freedom. If you want to paint the walls black in your house, you can. You want to paint the walls bright red, you can. You want to paint the walls every wall a different color, you can because it's your house. You can do what you want to do to it. Now, don't get me wrong, some other people may come in and cringe and cry, but it's still yours. And if you like it, I love it. Just remember that. That's it. It's yours. Now, renting. Renting also has its advantages. Okay, so let's talk about the advantages of renting. With renting, you don't have any maintenance responsibilities. If the sink gets plugged, toilet gets plugged, get broke, you can pick up the phone and call somebody, and they will come and fix it for you. At least I hope they'll come and fix it for you because that's their responsibility. Okay, but they can take it. They can come in and take care of those things. Lawn maintenance. Your pool's back. The pool's not. Um, we in Florida, we all pretty much try to have a pool. And if your pool is green, you don't want it green anymore. You don't have to worry about that. The apartment's going to make sure your pool does not turn green. Okay, they're going to make sure that you can swim. They're going to make sure that any amenities you have are taken care of, up to date, current, or usable. Okay, whereas if you own a home, those won't be able. You won't have those things. Okay, and then when you rent, it's easy to relocate. If you decide after a year you don't like how this apartment, its location, the people, your neighbors, you can move. You can get up and go find you a new apartment and start over with new neighbors and do whatever you want to do. So, those are your advantages of renting. You don't have to worry about the maintenance, and you can move in a year. Every year, if you want to move into a different place, you can. Okay? Now, let's talk about our disadvantages of owning, which one we've already touched on. You're responsible for your maintenance. So, if the toilet breaks, if you own that home, you got to fix it. If you have a leaking sink, you have to fix it. If the AC goes out, you have to fix it. So owning a home, those maintenance items, they are your responsibility. There is no one you can pick up the phone in the middle of the night and tell them it's hot in your house and you need some AC now. All you can do is call an AC company and be prepared to pay that expense for late night phone calls. That's one of the disadvantages of owning your home. You got to handle your maintenance. Another thing some people might consider a disadvantage is upfront closing costs. The money you have to pay out to get into the home, your down payment, the cost to close, your insurance, homeowners insurance, taxes, all of those things you are going to be responsible to pay when you're purchasing your home. So those are going to be part of your closing costs, and you need to be able to afford those things. And loss of relocation. If after a year you realize you and your neighbors do not get along, you're kind of stuck there. You can't just pack up and move, say, I don't like this neighbor, I don't like that neighbor, and I'm moving. And I'm going to be out of here. Well, in order to do that, you're going to need to put your house on the market, which means if you don't like your neighbors, you can always call me. I will help you get that house on the market and sold for the highest price we can get. So if you don't like your neighbors and you own your house, you can still call me. But that does fall under one of our disadvantages, is if you can't relocate as easily as you could if you lived in an apartment and you were renting. Okay. So disadvantages of renting is this. If you go in there and you can put laminate floors in, you can remodel the bathroom, you are just giving that money away because you get no value out of that. It may look good. You may enjoy it because it looks really nice and it's made your rental look amazing. You're loving it, but it's not your property. You are just increasing the value of someone else's property. That's exactly what you're doing. Also, when it comes to income tax time, there is no tax benefit to renting. All that money you spent all year, you don't get one dime, one penny, one red cent, nothing towards your taxes. So renting cannot help you decrease the money you pay to our good old Uncle Sam. Only purchasing a home can help you with that, okay? And renting, you have a landlord. If your landlord is one of them that's not quick to do anything and your AC go out, you are hot. You stuck. You have to wait until your landlord is ready to make any repairs, do any maintenance, okay? So those are your disadvantages to renting. You don't have that tax benefit. Whatever you do to the home does not increase the value for you. It increases the value for someone else, and you have to wait on someone else to fix things. Okay, so at the end of the day, no matter what you decide, it's got to be what works for you. Okay. Um, there's nothing like owning your own home. I promise you, there's nothing like it. You don't have to worry about other people's decisions. For the most part, your decisions, you're the one making the decisions. Okay. Also, when you purchase a home, you're investing in your future. I used to tell people, owning a home was like almost like owning a 401k. You put money into it, and later in life, you have money you can take out. The same thing with the home. You can put money into it, as in your monthly payments, as in updating, repairs, making it a little nicer, landscaping, and then when you're ready to retire or you decide you want to downsize, you will see a return on those investments. That money that you spent, you will actually be able to recoup some of that money and it will be there for you when you need it. So always remember, homeownership is challenging. I don't want anyone to think that owning a home is very simple and it's not a big deal and it's just easy peasy. It's not. It does hold challenges for some, challenges for all of us at one point or another. We're going to meet with a challenge in owning a home. But owning a home is very amazing. It's one of the best decisions you can make for yourself. And looking for homes is extremely exciting. So that's my take on owning versus renting. Hopefully, it gave some answers if you had questions you've been wondering about, or just a little tidbit here and there. And I hope it helps someone else. So I would like to thank you for listening to my video today. Make It Happen Monday, owning versus renting. Have a wonderful day. Kimberly Watson Johnson with People's Trust Realty, giving you keys to home ownership. Goodbye.